I'm Pat Edwards. I'm the Executive Director and State Coordinator for Louisiana Operation Lifesaver. And we're a nonprofit that promotes railroad safety, trying to educate the public to make safe decisions at railroad crossings. Today's a mock crash that's simulating a passenger train, an Amtrak passenger train that's hit a truck. There's going to be another vehicle involved. But basically the idea is to just raise awareness to the public and let them have another idea of what happens when an incident like this occurs, and just trying to make people make safe decisions.
I am passing by, just like passed by Middendorf's. There is a train that just hit a truck. There's a car. It's on fire. And oh no, there's children. There are children coming out. That's on fire. There's children. You've got to send an ambulance. You've got to get someone here fast.
Please, somebody, please.
Hey, she'll be all right. She'll be okay.
Somebody, please help me.
Got two here, two here. Three that's got to go with a Katie. Person coming out is going to be a burn victim.
One yellow, 19 walking wounded at this time.
We're here doing a mock training road and mock crash, and we have agencies from the federal, state, and local level, over 42 different agencies out here preparing for this event today. For us as state police, we have not only our units out here helping out with traffic control and assistance in the endeavor, but also our hazmat units out here. We have our patrol units out here, and we're ready to assist all the agencies out here and basically do the job that is in preparation of an actual emergency occurring. We have a lot of train crashes in our state here. Louisiana last year was ranked 5th in the nation in railroad crossing accidents. So you see a lot of crossings, and you see a lot of people doing those violations at the crossings also, whether it's not stopping for the train or going through the tracks. And actually, just not too long ago in Slidell, we had an 18-wheeler trying to cross the track and was involved in a collision with the train. So, thankfully you won't see it on a day-to-day basis, but it does happen often enough where we need to prepare for events just, like this.
What we're doing here is a mock crash so we can save lives. The key is to make sure our emergency responders, fire department,
state police, city police, sheriff department, was able to respond to a train crash and know what to do when they get on the scene. It's a very unique crash. It's not like an automobile accident, vehicle versus vehicle. A train is very unique and very different. Difference in is the elevation of the train, the height, the compartments inside the Amtrak is different. It's smaller. It's more compact. Not like a vehicle where you can just cut a person out. And it got hiding spaces. So we want to make sure all our fire and the police know how to get inside the locomotive and react to it.
Just how many passengers a day, on average, run through Louisiana on trains?
You have two trains, Amtrak 58 and 59. Average 200 going north, probably 300 going south on an average day.
And just how serious is the potential for crashes involving trains and vehicles?
It's very, very serious. You're 20 times more likely to get hit by a train than you get by a car accident. So that's very serious. Right now, we're running an average of 12 to 20 trains a day in Ponchatou Parish. So that's a lot of chances, a lot of trains. Right now today, the stats showing we rank number 6 in the nation for crashes. And that's a little bit better than what we was number 5. But we like to be number 0, you know. We don't want anyone to lose their life. It only just don't affect the driver and the motor vehicle. It affects the engineer, it affects the conductor, it also affects the community. It affects the law enforcement, the fire department. When they got to respond to a crash with a train versus vehicle and somebody have lost their life, have a toll. You got to think about the community, those people who just happen to be there, they see it. So it's a major impact to our community. Then you have a train, roughly 150 cars, you can block a whole town, you know, take 2 or 3 hours. So it interferes with a lot. So, and also it hold up rail traffic. So only if people take a few minutes, let the train pass, it'll be okay.
How long does it take for a train to stop at traveling at a normal speed?
A train going at 55 miles an hour would take roughly a mile to come to a complete stop. Roughly a mile.
When today's exercise is over, what do you want people to keep in mind?
Remember that you can prevent train accident. And to my fire department, to my police department, be ready and be prepared for an incident to occur and how to respond to it, how to be able to assist those involved in the accident.
What does the law say when it comes to approaching a train crossing?
Well, obviously you're required to stop before you come to those tracks. You know, if the safety devices are down, if the rail is down and the guardrail is down, of course you're supposed to stop when that train is coming. Going around the tracks, stopping on the tracks, trying to beat the trains, they're all illegal. And we're out there doing enforcement efforts to stop people from doing that.
And what are the penalties if someone is caught doing this?
Well, there's various fines for those tickets. You know, depending upon the parish that you receive that ticket in, they probably range from $100 to $300. So depending upon the fine and the severity of that fine, and of course the parish where you get it in, it'll basically determine the price of it.
What is the special concerns when a passenger train is involved?
Well, obviously there are multiple injuries or multiple fatalities that might occur. So it's a much more critical situation when a passenger train is involved. You have a lot more impact on many more lives.
And how many passenger trains run through Louisiana on a regular basis?
Well, Amtrak is very busy. They're running out of New Orleans, and you know they've got their lines that run up to Chicago and in other parts of the nation. So it's very well traveled.
What are some of the common causes of accidents involving trains?
Well, I think the biggest problem is distractions from the public. The drivers maybe are complacent about going over the same tracks every day, or there's distractions, and that's a huge factor because people get distracted either from kids in the back seat or their cell phones ringing or what have you, and they just lose that focus. So what we try to do is teach people to stay focused when they're approaching a railroad crossing.
Where's the police?
In the mock drill, I was a burn victim. 80% of my body was burnt. The ambulances and people in them, they carried on and did everything excellent. And They're really good people.
What was the experience like?
The experience coming out of the window on a stretcher was amazing. I've never done that before. It was overall fun, but at the same time serious.
What are you going to do the next time you're driving and you see a train?
I'm gonna stop far back from it, but not too far back that it creates another safety hazard, just to ensure the lives of my life and other people's.
I played one of the passengers who had a broken leg. I think it was a very fun, one-in-a-lifetime experience to like help educate people about the safety of the railroad. Like it's really not, as like people aren't really aware of like the dangers that are there.
What was the experience like?
It was nice. It was fun. We try to stay in character and do our role right. Help the paramedics, like help them train for like when this situation really does occur, they'll be prepared for it.
The next time you're driving and you see a train, what are you going to do?
Stop, look, and listen.
In the mock drill, I was a patient that was injured with a neck and back injury.
What was the experience like?
It was actually very fun. I had a really good time doing this. I pretty much learned that if you got a neck and back injury, you shouldn't move at all, which that's pretty much what I did. I didn't move at all. But once I was able to move, at the end of everything, I felt like I really did have something wrong with me because I felt weak when I got up and moved.
What did you learn from the entire day?
That in a serious event like this, it's nothing to joke around about. All the gentlemen that helped us out do this, they took their jobs very seriously.
In the mock train accident, I was a passenger and I passed out.
What was the experience like for you?
It was really interesting. I've never been part of something like that before.
What did you learn?
I learned that it takes a really long time for help to get there sometimes, and people really panic.
Next time you're driving and you see a train, what are you going to do?
I'm going to remember this, definitely, and I'm going to be very careful.
In the mock drill, I played the role of a dead person.
What was that experience like?
It was kind of painful because my position, it was as if I hit a mirror and then slid down the wall and had my head stuck in a corner.
What did you learn from the entire experience and the entire day here?
It was very stressful because you could just almost feel the people's fear in the whole entire situation, and it was just frightening in general.
Well, the next time you're driving and you see a train, what are you going to do?
I'm definitely going to stop and not try to even go anywhere near the train.
One life threatening right now.
Right arm.
Right on. Okay. Immediate life threatening.
I was one of the ones that were injured out of the many, and I also had an amputated arm, which was kind of hard to do.
What was the experience like?
It was really nice. It was everybody was so rapid and moving around, but I get the real experience of what if I was in this incident or whatever. So it was really nice.
What did you learn from the entire event?
I've learned that when it comes to things like this, to be very cautious and to pay attention, because lives are in danger. So.
The next time you're driving and you see a train, what are you going to do?
Stop, look both ways, make sure everyone's quiet, and just make sure I get to my destination without getting harmed.
In the mock drill, I played pretty much this girl that was like freaked out, and I kind of ran up the aisle screaming and crying and checking on everybody and making sure everybody was okay, and then I even took count of everybody towards the end.
What was the experience like?
It was really like a rush. Like I was scared. Like I really believed that I was in a situation, and it really gets to you.
What did you learn from this experience?
Well, I guess I learned that anything can happen, and you have to be prepared for when it happens, because if it happens and you don't know what you're doing, then a lot of people can get hurt and you won't know what to do.
What are you going to do the next time you're driving and you see a train?
I will definitely stop before I go over the tracks.
In the mock drill, I was kind of like that really scared guy in the corner. I acted like kind of shocked, and I was like really scared, and I had no idea what was happening, trying to cope with the situation.
What was the experience like for you?
Well, it was like really emotional, kind of. Like you learn that people are there for you. And I learned that like tomorrow could be your last day. Like you could walk in the street and get hit by a car, and then it'd just be over. So I kind of learned that life's just not some kind of game you're gonna go around in.
What are you gonna do the next time you're driving and you see a train?
Slow down. I'm not gonna be going over there and just get hit by a train. I'm pretty sure I'll be stopping.
In the mock drill, I was kind of a shook-up passenger that was really just trying to calm people down and just really shocked.
What was the experience like for you?
It was really amazing how many people actually went out here and how many people it actually takes to, put it all together and rescue these people.
What did you learn from the experience?
I learned that these things are extremely serious, of course. So many people go into making it happen, helping those people that are hurt.
What are you going to do the next time you're driving and you see a train?
Oh goodness, next time I'm driving and I see a train, I will stop and make sure that it's clear of my way.
In the mock drill, I was somebody that kind of got hit in the head with something that was kind of flying or whatever. And I was with the one that got electrocuted, and I had to kind of report to the people like what happened to her. And then I was running up and down, like freaking out, checking on everybody. My friend Janita also broke her leg. It was kind of just checking on people. I was okay.
What was the experience like?
It was really weird, like having everybody screaming and yelling. Like it kind of felt a little real. Like it was odd, like knowing that it really could happen one day. Like it's kind of not reassuring. Like it's weird.
What did you learn from the experience?
That it really can happen any day, and like whenever you see things like on the news and stuff like that, and you don't think, okay, that's never gonna happen like down here, and then like it really can. Like seeing my friends being carted off like that, like killed me. I hated it.
What are you gonna do the next time you're driving and you see a train?
I'm gonna do what they say to do, and I'm gonna stop for my little 30 seconds, look both ways, and then go if there's nothing coming.
In the mock drill, I was just a person who was freaking out. I had panic attacks, stuff like that. And that's basically it.
What was the experience like for you?
It was scary, but it showed what you need to expect, and you need to stay calm while in this kind of situation if it's any way possible.
What did you learn from the whole event?
That everybody's there to help you.
What are you going to do the next time you're driving and you see a train?
Definitely stop and make sure that there is none coming.
In the mock drill, I was a passenger who had a severe leg injury.
What did you learn from the experience?
What to do and not to do in the case of an accident.
The next time you're driving and you see a train, what are you going to do?
Stop as far back as possible and just try not to speed.
I was upstairs and I hit my head against the window, and at first I went unconscious, and then I woke up, and then I was walking around, I was blacking out, and then the EMTs were afraid that I was going to go into a mini coma, so then they put me in the ambulance.
What did you learn from this?
What did I learn? I learned that I never want to be on an ambulance and on a stretcher, because that is just pretty scary, and I learned that I don't want any of my friends to ever go through any of that, because then I would just be hysterical.
The next time you're driving and you see a train, what are you going to do?
Oh, I live right by the train tracks, so next time I see a train, I'm just probably going to recall this moment, because it was great. I liked the experience.
I was upstairs and I got a head injury, and I got my arm stuck in between the seat and the wall.
What was the experience like for you?
The experience was great because I want to work on an ambulance, and I got the opportunity to be put on a stretcher and see how a patient would feel.
What did you learn from the mock drill?
I learned that it's really dangerous, and you got to be careful when you're around the train tracks and not just stop on the train tracks.
The next time you're driving and you see a train, what are you going to do?
I'm not going to get near it.
In the mock drill, I was also a hysterical woman, and it was interesting because playing someone that is witnessing everybody being hurt and attacked, well, not attacked, but being injured, it made me feel that I was almost guilty that I wasn't one of the injured people. And then as soon as we got in the ambulance, it was all jokes and everything, and I realized that I wasn't actually in a train accident.
What was the experience like for you?
I learned that these things are serious, that, you can't just, everybody, whenever they hear a disaster on the news, they're like, whatever. They don't really think about it because they're not in it, or they don't know somebody who's in it, so they're not really paying attention to it. But it's always a serious matter, and I think we should think about it some more and really take precautions.
The next time you're driving and you see a train, what are you going to do?
Definitely stop, and if you see anybody walking around, like, get out my car or try to stop them. Make sure that everybody knows the train's coming to prevent disasters.
I was a hysterical, crying and screaming person,
and I was on the second floor, but
What was the experience like for you?
it was definitely different, and I've never done anything like it, but it was really fun and interesting.
What did the experience teach you?
That it's not good to stop on the railroad tracks.
The next time you're driving and you see a train, what are you going to do?
Stop, like before the railroad tracks. Make sure to look.
I was like shaken and stuff, and I was woozy, and I got put in the ambulance, so yeah.
What was the experience like for you and your classmates?
It was definitely rewarding. We did what we were supposed to do, and I really didn't know what to expect when I came here, but it was totally rewarding.
What did you learn from everything?
I learned that, how to handle like a situation like that, and what it's like, because I've never been in a situation like that ever before, so I learned how to handle it and what we should do. So
The next time you're driving and you see a train, what are you going to do?
Definitely be careful and watch and look and listen to the sound of the train, make sure it's not coming, and to be more careful and cautious.
In the mock trial, I was playing a character with a broken neck and a broken back, so pretty much couldn't move, you know what I'm saying? And I was getting dragged out in an ambulance.
What did you learn from it?
During an accident, things can happen, and once those things can happen, you can't do nothing about it.
What are you going to do the next time that you see a train?
Stop, stop before, wait till it pass, you know what I'm saying? So I can just see that it's passing, it's blocking out my way, so I won't, get hit, you know what I'm saying? So.
Will you ever try to beat a train when you're driving?
Oh no, not me.
I was a passenger, and I hit my head against the window, and my whole right side of my body got hit against, because me and Josie were sharing a seat, and the whole right side of my body went numb, and I had to get my feeling back into it, and then I hit my head on the window.
What was the experience like for you?
The experience for me was really fun. Nothing like I've ever done before. I've never been on an Amtrak train before, so now I can say that I have been. So it was really fun.
The next time you're driving and you see a train, what are you going to do?
Definitely stop and definitely pay attention. This is serious.
In the mock drill, I had a massive brain hemorrhage, and I bled out before emergency people can get to me.
What was the experience like?
It was a very sobering experience, I guess I could say. It helped me learn that serious events aren't usually taken seriously until they happen.
The next time you're driving and you see a train, what are you going to do?
I'm definitely going to watch out for trains next time I'm driving near train tracks, make sure that I don't get near them, and if I can prevent people from getting too near them when they're passing, I'll stop them.
My role was to help my friend. She had her arm was cut off, so I had to help out.
What did you learn from the experience?
I learned that life is really short. Be careful.
The next time you're driving and you see a train, what are you going to do?
Stop and look and listen.
I was playing a dead person.
What was the experience like?
I don't know. I mean, it was kind of a mix of things, because in a way it was like everything's okay, it was just a drill and all that, but in the back of your mind you're just laying there and you're just hearing all the screams and the commotion and stuff going on, and they make it seem so real, because drama club and everything, and it just kind of blows your mind a little bit, I guess.
What did you learn from the entire day?
Well, I learned that stuff happens like this, and I guess you need to just watch out and know what to do whenever something like this happens, and just know where all the safety stuff is.
The next time you're driving and you see a train, what are you going to do?
Oh, I'm going to stop. I'm not even going to attempt to pass it up.
I was the unknown dead white male number 3.
What was the experience like for you and your classmates?
Oh, I think it was a really fantastic experience. We all learned a lot about safety and different procedures that we have to do in emergency situations.
The next time you're driving and you see a train, what are you going to do?
Stop.
People got to be more focused on what they're doing, put down the cell phones, stop talking with the kids, be focused on the road. And especially when you come to a railroad crossing, you have advanced warning sign, you got to pay heed to that. Look at it and appreciate it, because you're here today, you could be gone today.
What is the value of a training exercise like this?
Well, this is a great value to us, not only as the state police as an agency, but all agencies involved together, because it gives us an opportunity to get to know one another, to go through the emergency response plans that we have set in place, and to change anything and tweak those plans a little bit is something that we found out today doesn't come together. So it's a great and valuable experience for us.
Our message for here today is to be prepared. This is a mock incident, and we really need to as humans, human nature gives us, the opportunity of waiting until something happens and then be prepared. Well, today we're trying to be prepared before an incident happens.
This is very important to us because we have a rail service from one end of our parish to the other, and there's several trains daily. We have 2 of the Amtrak trains coming daily, and that is very important that we make our people aware of the danger of these railroad crossings. And we have probably 100+ crossings, and those are very, very dangerous if you're not stop, look, and listen at all of these railroad crossings. And I just really want to thank everyone for participating. And if this happens and we save one life, it's well worth it.
Give me your reaction to everything that you've seen here today.
Oh, it was an amazing event. We just had a spectacular time. I think the response was wonderful from all the emergency response units that were here. It gave them an opportunity to practice their drills, and it was just a wonderful event. Hopefully things like this will get some media attention and raise some awareness to make people be more alert.
Remember that you can prevent train accident. And to my fire department, to my police department, be ready and be prepared for an incident to occur and how to respond to it, how to be able to assist those involved in the accident.
Look at our website, www.laoperationlifesaver.org, or they can contact me, 225-921-8381, or my email is patricia.edwards@la.gov. We do free safety presentations to any group, any age group, from kindergarten through senior citizen. So it's really important that we get our message out to the public.